What up, guys? I said I wasn't gonna cover the dev notes in its own video. I was gonna wait till maybe an update would drop, but they announced the live stream for the New Year's event, which I imagine will be Annis, but they announced the live stream will be on the 29th for some reason. So come on, man. What day is it? For me, it's the 22nd, so literally in a week, that's when that comes out. And if it's after work, I'll be able to stream it, but it's probably going to be at fucking 3 in the morning like usual, so I'm not going to be able to stream it because I'm pretty sure I will have work, so, I don't want to die. But whatever, we'll just cover this right quick so get it out of the way. It's not the biggest. I skimmed through this a bit earlier when it came out, and I was like, yeah, I don't think it needs a whole entire video, but whatever. Let's just get into it. So let's see. First thing it talks about is the 3rd anniversary. Live service operates on a structure where multiple events are developed simultaneously. At the moment, the minigame for the 3.5 anniversary is under development, and the story for the 4th anniversary is being written. It took around 8 months to prepare the 3rd anniversary. From the initial development phase, include the story synopsis, and the overall preparation spanned about a year. We had plenty of materials ready for both inside and outside the game, so this felt like the most challenging update we had. Handling so many materials led to issues, so we're doing our best to check meticulously. We will continue to treat all updates with the same attitude in the future and do our utmost to bring your satisfactory content. Even so, we can't claim that the 3rd anniversary is perfect. We're well aware that as a beta, the promotion of the surface content was not extensive. Oh yeah? Because the amount of rewards was generous, we noticed some commanders were pushing themselves to play it. I find this regretful and I sincerely apologize. The only rewards that I thought were good were, I guess, some of the gems, which I don't really think was enough depending on how much time you put in. I put more than 10 hours streaming the whole damn game just for a handful of gems. I think the best rewards from this was the daily surface thingy because it gave you the upgrading thingies for the gears, right? That I don't even remember what that's called, god damn it, but that was probably the best rewards that we got from that. But even still, I know a lot of people, not even playing the game mode at all. I didn't even do the daily thingamabars that much because that shit was definitely a busy work, I would say, and kind of a pain in the ass. So the thing that I would say is probably the most rewards they gave out was something I barely even did because it was kind of annoying, but oh well. This beta revealed far more areas of improvement than we expected, and we also saw the gaps between our intended direction and the actual player experience. So we are modifying the overall structure to present a more relaxing and convenient gameplay in the official version. They said that they didn't see the actual player experience. Did no one beta test this, bro? Did no one test this and been like, yeah, this actually sucks, actually? What the heck? Let's see, lots of things to fix. We will draw on this experience, work hard, blah, 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 blah. Okay, planned improvements for surface content. Okay. Let's see, reduce the burden from a daily gameplay and minimize the pressure on players. We're still organizing the list of improvements internally, but for now, let me share a few key points. Okay, so it looks like they're still deciding on what other changes to make, but they are giving us this. So, significantly increase the movement speed when not in combat, improve the utilization of rapid deployment. Oh, they're removing the fucking fast travel currency. Yeah, I don't know who thought that would be a good idea, but it's like, yeah, so let's make this really huge map, and you have to walk from the leftmost side to the top rightmost side, and if you want to fast travel, well, that's gonna have to cost you, buddy. What kind of stupid ass idea is that, man? Whatever. Okay, so they're gonna remove that. Movement speed are gonna be increased. That's one of the biggest things I complained about, so that's good, I guess. Ease of use improvements. Let's see, improve responsiveness for mobile controls. I can't really say anything about that. I don't play on the mobile, but let's see, improve touch input logic to reduce unnecessary touches. So this is all for mobile, I suppose. Hopefully that didn't go horribly. It was crashing a decent amount on PC, so was it just griefed on mobile? I'm not really sure. But it definitely sounds like a pain in the ass. Let's see, gameplay pressure reduction. Limit sector units to hours during the early exploration phase to spread out playtime. I don't really know what this is trying to say. Significantly reduce the occupation requirements for main gameplay, such as gateway battle. Significantly reduce the HP of Tyrant class raptures. So this is the bosses. Make changes so that occupied areas are permanently saved when captured. Oh, thank God. The battery concept was low-key a pain in the ass. Completely revamp the users of the hospital. Okay, good. change the main consumption points for surface materials from the factory to hexacode block production to ease pressure. I don't really know what this means. Maybe it's the materials that you use to upgrade like the circle as a whole of the hexablock. So it starts off as like, I mean, I don't know what it is, like a 6x6 square, I guess, but not really a square. It's more like a pentagon or something, hexagon. Oh, it's called hexagon, so it's like hexagon. But like you can use the materials that you get from doing some of the dailies to make that block bigger so you can fit more blocks in there, Resident Evil style. But let's see. So I don't even know what this says, usage of hospital. I mean, the time isn't going to be like 300 million years, I imagine. And let's see, the bosses are going to be less of a pain in the ass. This is completely removed, which I thank God, dude. If anything, they should make something that you can craft that makes the daily, like, fights or whatever easier or faster. I think that would be a better idea. Let's see, limit sector units 2 hours during the early exploration phase to spread out play. Like, I don't really know what this means. Limit sector units. Like, do we have to unlock further sectors to use specific units? Like, I don't really know what this means. Whatever, but anyways, yeah, these are just a early list of improvements. Let's see, inform you of the details and official implementation time. Thank you for your beta, blah, 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 blah. Did they really say when they're going to release that? See, aside from the server content, there are many things we need to improve and adjust. From memory optimizations to different nearby features and gameplay experiences, we'll make adjustments one by one. We are also sorting out next year's update schedule, and we'll share more details in the next dev notes. I imagine the dev notes, the next one we're getting, that is going to probably be the next collab. Let's see, a quick note in advance. We had 3 collabs this year. Oh yeah, I know. We plan to adjust it to next year. Although there will be fewer collabs, we want to give more focus to Nikke's own story. I mean, that's what they were going with. I'm not going to lie. I feel like 2 is just right. I think 3 was a bit too much of like collabs, and I mean mainly the limited banners. I think 3 is too much. And I mean the Resident Evil one I said felt a bit rushed, like they didn't have that event fully voiced, and also there was no gacha skin for like the actual characters that came out. But I mean I feel like 2 is fine. So hopefully they always just start doing 2 and don't change their mind. Let's see, New Year's update. One I wanted to tell you for a long time. We present to you best way possible, but I can't go into details yet. Personally, I'm looking forward to it very much. Stay tuned. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they'll say that in the live stream or something. We'll share a guide for the New Year program through additional channels at a later time. Oh, this is where they said they are going to do the live stream. They just didn't say when. When did this come out again? The 15th, a while ago. I'm like less than 10 days. That's like a week, so I mean, whatever, bro. Let's see. Bonus recruitment period under ordinary recruits. Let's see. Claimable Nikes, Litter Naga Alice, Helm Tia. Oh, so there's the thing in the ordinary recruits. It's kind of like a pity, and essentially once you roll enough, you'll be able to select either Litter, Naga, or Alice. I believe it was up to 3 times for the year. So I'm not sure if this is getting refreshed, like for me who already used all of it. So, I mean, maybe this. Maximum redeemable points 6,000 to 1,000. So, oh wait, right here. I'm stupid. So I will get about this many more. Is it 100 each or 200 for it? I don't remember. It might be 200, so I'll be able to get 2 more units. Wow, so if you're a new player, you can just pick up Helm. Helm is definitely probably the best pickup from this. Maybe Alice. I mean, depending on how your box is looking, maybe you are really down bad for like a Burst 1 CDR unit. Then you can pick up Litter, or maybe you want a Burst 2 to go with, I don't know, Helm maybe, or just a Burst 2 that's decent to build your squads out. The Naga's still a decent choice, but definitely Helm is probably the best choice here. Just work on her treasure, and then once you get that, I mean, she's going to be crazy mode, so looks like that is it for the New Year's. I imagine they're saving everything for the live stream. Let's see, yeah, blah, blah, blah. The New Year went fast, past 3 years. I'm skipping that. Okay, lastly, yeah, I told you guys this was small, which is why I kind of didn't want to do its own video, but here we are, I guess. Lastly, spoilers for the 3rd anniversary, yeah. 3rd anniversary story was a project full of emotional whirlwinds. The reason I was determined to tell the story is that I wanted to share these feelings with all of you. I played through the story myself while preparing it, and watched your gameplay videos often made me choke up, because to me, it is a deeply meaningful story. Since the launch of the game, we have never had a moment of rest. As long as it's a character of Nikke, no matter their weight or role, from a developer's point of view, we only see them as someone to love, and because of this affection, we naturally wish for their happiness. But over the course of story updates in the past 3 years, we seem to be caught up in a heroic narrative at one point. Perhaps it's similar to the way writers who work on long-running series think. So, we felt we had to make a difficult but necessary decision that would significantly impact the direction of Nikke before it was too late. This wasn't an easy choice, but we hope you understand that it's for the good of Nikke, and we ask for your support for the scenario team as they carry on with the story. In the coming days, I will also give it my all and focus on making more interesting and meaningful stories for Nikke. I'll always keep the goddess of victory in my heart with my deepest respect and gratitude. Okay, so they didn't really talk about that too much, but in case you guys don't know, I feel like this is why people were mad on Twitter for some reason, but I mean also just because of the anniversary, right? The main argument, or I guess complaint I would actually say it was, is people were mainly saying that it's a bad idea to kill off your waifus in the waifu collector game, right? Obviously, I mean, the whole shtick is about collecting the girls and, you know, paying money for pulling them, their costumes if they come out, yada yada yada. Classic gacha game shenanigans, right? However, I feel like all of that, not to go into it too much, but I mean, I'll pad out this video a bit. Fuck it. The dev notes is a bit too short, so how about we'll just do a bit of yapping on that, huh? But anyways, I don't think the complaints of them killing off characters like that is warranted in this game. Maybe in other types of games, but like, let's be for real, man. The main story involves this post-apocalyptic, while also, I mean, I would say it's still apocalyptic because all of the robots are still running around killing people, so yeah, no, it's not very good living on the surface or even just traveling on there with trying to, I guess, reclaim it as the story goes, right? And with that, I mean, if anything, I feel like it was a long-ass time for, I guess, a decent amount of characters to actually come and die. I mean, Red Hood and Lilith have been dead for a while, right? And I mean, I suppose Red Hood is kind of a special case because of the whole corruption thing, and at the same time, she kind of came back in the campaign, but then she kind of died again, but also it's kind of weird, but I mean, someone like her, I would say people aren't complaining because she was kind of in the campaign, even shows she's definitely dead, right? So I feel like having the permanent deaths with the Inherent wasn't a bad move, and I say this probably won't work in the case of the Inherent girls, but for the most part, like, the story for the events isn't told in chronological order. So, I mean, let's say, for example, Laplace. I give an example of this on stream, because I talked about it a bit, but let's say, for example, Laplace at one point permanently dies in the campaign, and she's just, like, can't come back. I mean, technically, if the devs wanted to, they could make an alt for her still. They'll just have that alt be in the past, maybe during, I mean, if they're going to give her like a winter alt, for example, it was during a past winter, you know, before she died. They can still do that and make events that I would say, you know, would be enjoyable and all that stuff, and give more screen time to somebody like that. Now, I don't know how that would work for the Inherent, which is why I said it was kind of different, and I didn't use them an exact example, because, I mean, they were kind of trapped in Eden for, like, a long time, so, I mean, I don't know, did they ever take vacations there? So, I'm not really sure how that works, but, yeah, overall, I don't think the whole killing off the waifus is gonna make the game just run itself into the ground is a very warranted, like, complaint, just because that's how the story to me feels like. And I mean, I feel like the story is a really important part about this game. It is kind of what people stay for, I would say, right? That's how they get you, right? They hook you in with the goon juice, and then boom, they just punch you right in the gut, and you just not even see it coming, and then you're like, okay, well, I need to stay until I see this dude Chatterbox be turned into an air fryer. And then at this point, it's like, okay, well, now Lilith's back, so like, what the fuck is gonna happen now? Dorothy got kicked out, and now I'm an Annis fan, so long live Annis. I can't wait to summon on her. We're getting her MLB, baby. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole killing characters off permanently is like quote unquote bad. I feel like most people were of the opinion that it's not gonna run the game into the ground, and that's kind of, on brand with the story, because these guys are very used to making a lot of depressing events and making me question my existence. So I would say it was on brand and is a good thing. So, however, I mean, I feel like some characters are probably off limits to be killed. I mean, obviously the non-combatant squads, because like, for example, the maid girls, I mean, they're never gonna see crazy combat, right? Unless some crazy shit happens where the arc just gets destroyed into and it's just a war zone in there, like even worse than what already happened during the campaign, which I don't think would happen. I mean, maybe it would happen, but squads like that, I say, are probably safe from getting killed off. And then maybe even the cast of 3, right? The main cast of 3, the counters, maybe they wouldn't be on the table for getting murked, unless it's like at the end of the game's life span, and it's like, well, we're gonna wrap everything nicely, so someone's gonna sacrifice themselves in the end. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know what the fuck could be next in store after that whole shenanigans with the anniversary. That definitely just like came out of nowhere. I have no clue where it's gonna go from here, and that, not to be in like a bad way to say that, I guess, but it's like, I'm very excited to see the story. I really love the story, I guess, if that wasn't obvious enough, with me making a whole damn channel just to yap about this, and I just spend like every day, it's like almost 30 minutes or more, just me sitting here yapping to myself like a insane person, but I guess that's besides the point. Anyways, I think that is everything. Pretty short dev notes we got here, just descriptions of the surface and the changes, some of the New Year stuff, which I'll probably will make a video once the surface goes away with potential fixes. I'm just going to make sure I bring some of this up. And we have a live stream on the 29th to look forward to. I probably won't be able to stream it, but I will keep you guys posted on the schedule of when that's going to drop. Just to give you a hint, I suppose, if it starts like after, I guess, 3 p.m. PST for me, and it's not like 3 in the morning, then maybe I'll be able to stream it. But I mean, if it's like 3 in the morning, then I'm gonna have work the next day, so I'm probably gonna be dead. So I'm definitely not doing that unless I ditch work. Maybe I could do that. Anyways, I think that's it. So let me know what you guys think about this short December dev notes. Oh, and also, I guess a little bit of what you think about the surface, and then the whole argument of whether it's going to run the game into the ground of them killing off the waifus, which, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but yeah, anyways, I will catch you guys later.